do. Hi guys! Welcome to the Her Habits channel. We're driving now.
Let's go for a little ride.
I just finished work. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about that. This video is just kind of ridiculous. I have some video ideas, but I just feel a little bit strapped for time lately. So you are going to hear the ramblings of a mad woman. So this will be fun. I was painting houses, but that was kind of short-lived. That company was Student Works Painting, and just the management wasn't great, in my opinion.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Basically a student company, so it's like student run, and it's just it's kind of just like a pyramid scheme. That's it in a nutshell, basically. And it's less about the painting and more about someone starting a business, a sort of entrepreneurial type of business. Like, it's piecework. So the franchisee, my boss, the manager, whatever they call it, a franchisee, they just make money off of me and how much I paint. And it was basically like a day, not even, of training, and then I was kind of like on my own. Here I go again on my own. And I just never knew what to do. There's like never enough ladders and equipment, the safety regulations, and just like making sure that I knew how to properly set up my ladder and that. Like, a lot of times I just didn't feel safe, you know? My coworker and I would just pray as we went up the ladder. So after my like week and a half long painting stint there, I got a job working for a formwork company is what it's called. It's the equipment used in construction. We're like a warehouse, like a yard. It's like I work outside, and it's basically just like labor work. We just clean this equipment and we repack it, and sometimes we, I guess, fix it. If we can. Yes, we can! Yeah, that's that. What else? What else? What is there to talk about? It was my birthday yesterday. Went to Red Robin.
Red Robin! Yum!
Or Red Rooster, as my grandma likes to call it. In search of my free burger. I was like looking forward to this all day. I was gonna hit up Red Robin for the free burger. I was gonna hit up Starbucks for the free drink. I was gonna hit up Denny's for the free Grand Slam breakfast meal. But you know what I ended up with? Zilch. You have to like register ahead of time for some sort of like rewards program. It takes like 48 hours or something to process, but then like you do get to come in for the whole month of your birthday. Like, one time you get like one free meal, but you don't have to go on your birthday. It's just like your birthday month. You can sign in with your Google account, like sign in through Google. So I do that, then I'm on the app, and then it's saying my birthday's in November. It mixed up the day and the month, so the system thinks my birthday's in November, and I can't figure out, couldn't change it. So that was that. Afterwards, all the Starbucks I tried to go to, went to a few, they were all closed for the evening. And then I just gave up at that point, because I was like, you know what? I think the universe is just trying to give me a little bit of a sign here. A lot of times I really stress about money, or like obsess about these things, or these like savings. I'm not as far gone as those TLC folks.
Cat food for cats, 59 cents. I just saved 30 cents.
I was kind of like really putting a lot of energy and stuff into like trying to get all these free things, and when it wasn't going my way, I had a little bit of a meltdown. Then I realized it was a-okay.
It just wasn't serving me.
To stress about those things. Although when I got home, I did contact the Red Robin customer service email line. This video is like pointless. Like, who cares? Who cares about my life? Someone mentioned that I should do, I think, book reviews or something. I don't really know what you do on YouTube if you read books. Is it a book review or you talk about the book? Anyways, I'm finally reading a book. I am reading an Eckhart Tolle book called A New Earth. I love Eckhart Tolle. I listened to The Power of Now on audiobook like a year ago or so, and I'm really, really enjoying this book. It's really resonating with me. It's been talking a lot about the ego and the ego. Where do I go from here? Tired. I guess I'll just explain maybe my belief system and stuff like that. I'm really into meditation, mindfulness. A lot of that stuff really helped me with okay. We're all gonna funnel into one lane now. It's gonna get nice and cozy up in here. Meditation, mindfulness, breathing exercises, emotional freedom technique, tapping has helped with anxiety and depression. Like I used to have really severe anxiety, and I used to have a lot of depression and stuff like that, and mood swings. But now I feel pretty damn great. It's been a lot of years working through those things. Definitely, there'll be a lot of videos to come talking about that. And to go back to the Eckhart Tolle book, Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about consciousness, collective consciousness. That stuff's kind of my jam. Just, believing that we're all connected and all kind of like this big life force energy. That's a lot of what he's sort of talking about in this book. I really like how he talks about ego, and the ego constantly wanting to identify with things and make this identity, but really who we are is like the awareness behind those labels and things. If that makes any sense. I used to I had a full-on identity crisis. I was in figure skating as a kid, and I did that for so many years, and I full-on identified with that. Like, that was my identity. Like, I was a skater. That was like my sense of self-worth was, oh, I'm good at this thing. When I quit skating, that was when I started to really go through this whole identity crisis. Thus began the journey of finding myself. I guess we'll go into the whole life story in a different video. So yes, I am very much resonating with this book, Eckhart Tolle, and also I've been listening to just like little talks that he has, even just like 20-minute talks on anxiety and fear. I still get like anxious sometimes, but it's like a different, I just have this like acceptance around it too, which makes like a huge difference. Like I used to constantly I feel like there's like, for one thing, it's like, I can't talk. It's one thing to feel the anxiety that can be very uncomfortable, and then it's another to like then be self-conscious of having that anxiety, and then feeling this anxiety over the anxiety and needing to hide. And so when things started to turn around for me, I was doing the EFT therapy. One of the first things I like noticed was like the acceptance of it, like still having anxiety, but then accepting myself over it. Social anxiety was like my main thing, being that really awkward person where it's like, okay, I gotta make eye contact, but it's like really freaking me out. Where am I going with this ramble? Where am I going? Yes, Eckhart Tolle, his talk on fear, I guess I'll link it below in the description because it's a YouTube video. It's a really cool one. It's using mindfulness techniques to really have a different type of experience of anxiety and fear. So like going back to like the like who are we, he sort of says like we're like the awareness behind the thoughts. Yeah, he talks a lot about thoughts, and thoughts almost like being their thoughts are almost like their own like entity or thing, and we always think that we think that we are our thoughts. Your thoughts can feel so real. Having certain thoughts then causes you to have certain emotions around those thoughts and all this stuff. Eckhart Tolle talks about being like the awareness, just being like, I'm having this thought, like the whole I'm having this thought, just that awareness, like, and you don't have to have a thought to just be aware. Like that's kind of like the being in that meditative, like complete present moment state explain that with words. It would be like, as I'm experiencing that, my awareness would just like, I would be becoming aware of different sounds. So I just try to like tune in to what I hear, and then you'll start to like notice things that you didn't realize were there, like maybe just the soothing low hum of the heat through the vent, you know, that you just weren't aware of. He actually talked about feeling your hands or feeling your feet, like feeling the energy in them. I feel like I can tap into that, and it's actually just kind of fun. Like, I don't know, there's actually so much there. So when I'm at work and working and I have to like wait for something, I have to wait for someone to move something for me with a forklift or something like that, or just throughout the day, whatever I'm doing, I just try to tune into those senses, like sounds, feelings, what is it, touch, taste, sound.
I see dead people.
I got into meditation, I guess, a while ago, like when I was quite young. As a figure skater, actually, we did some meditation stuff through workshops, and we did like yoga, but I never had my own practice of it till way after. And I remember really wanting to do it and do the mindfulness and do the meditation, but finding it really hard to make it a habit, or like when I did it, it felt like a chore and it was hard at first, and now, and it was like boring. It was like, you know, I just had a busy mind and I wanted to like do things or have distractions or something, or it was just like so boring to just sit there and focus on your breath. And that being said too, I feel like you need to find what works for you, because just plain old sitting meditation is just one kind of meditation. I feel like you can meditate while doing anything, basically. It's just you being in the present moment. Like, there's so many different kinds. I want to start doing sitting meditations with binaural beats, so I've done like a few of those, and I find that works way better for me than just sitting there and focusing on my breath. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm finding myself like really trying to make time for it and excited about it, which is like a big change from when meditation felt like this chore and things like that. So it's kind of cool that it's becoming easier to do, and it's becoming like a pastime and a way, I guess, to recharge and de-stress. It's like one of my self-care hobbies. I think I've been rambling on long enough, but I just wanted to check in. I just didn't think I would be able to have a vlog, an actual vlog. This isn't, I don't know what this is, like a mini podcast. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Love you guys, and take care, and we shall see you in the next video. Let me know if this was painfully boring, or if you enjoyed it somehow, some parts of it, what you enjoyed about it. If you are into sort of me talking about different topics, maybe something like, maybe next time I can have an actual plan for what I'm going to talk about. Let me know what you guys are into. Okay, take care. Bye.